He knows what he's doing, so him and his team will continue to move forward as long as everything's feeling good. So we're not. Our thoughts right now are on the Utah Jazz and really how we're going to try to win this game tonight. And we have all the confidence that LeBron and Mike, who's back with them, and the rest of the trainers he's working with right now are getting him healthy.
Hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to Game Time Live, presented by State Farm. Rick Campbell with champions, Steve Smith and Brendan Haywood. We're here on a 9-game Friday, and we just heard from Lakers coach Luke Walton about LeBron James, who's missed the past 8 games with a strained left groin. He is going to miss, as we have heard, at least the next 3 games. So, guys, let's take a look at the Lakers' next 7 games. So we know he's not playing tonight. He's not playing Sunday against the Cavs. He's not playing Tuesday against the Bulls. He might be able to return Thursday at OKC on TNT. How many wins do you see here, Smitty and B. Wood?
You talking about those first 3 games, or are you talking about this 7-game run
thing
right here? I see right now, if he's not back, that's a tough stretch when you start talking about at Thunder, at Rockets, and Warriors. So if without LeBron James, out of the 7, I see them winning 3.
I see it like a spades hand. I see 3 in the possible. Because there's a possibility tonight against the Utah Jazz, and then you see teams like the Cavs on there, the Bulls, and the Timberwolves. So I see 3 in the possible.
I got 3.
So, LeBron James, as we say, he may be able to come back next Thursday. There's no promises on that. And as Luke Walton said, he's working with his team to try to get back. This injury obviously dates back to Christmas. So, B. Wood, I'll start with you. How long can the Lakers afford to be without LeBron James and still realize their goals of making the playoffs?
Well, I think it comes down to, first of all, how good this team continues to play and which Lakers team we see. Are they going to be the team that, didn't perform well? They're going to be the team that gets these W's. But at the end of the day, I think by the time, if he's back by the time they play Minnesota or sometime before that, I think they'll be just fine. And if they can find a way to hover around 500 in those games, because right now they're 23-19, they're sitting in the 8th place. If they can hover around 500 as far as those wins in those next couple of games, they'll be fine. But the problem is if they snowball and they lose a bunch of games in a row, you know how it is in the West. It's not like the East. In the West, if you lose 3 or 4 games in a row, you can go from 8th to 13th really, really quickly.
Yeah, and I look at it, B. Wood said it best. The one thing is I think they have to fight against is, and I know LeBron James won't rush back, but do you want 100%, not 100%, a healthy LeBron James coming back, whether that's 10 games from now, 15 games from now, or if you bring him back too early. So they're going to have to wait, and I know LeBron will wait. B. Wood said it best. They got to hover around 500, especially in these next 7 games. In 10 games, they got to go at least 500, because in the Western Conference, you lose 5 games. But if you lose 7 or 8, you could be sitting around 13th, 14th in the West.
Check out this intrigue tonight in Utah. The Jazz come in 9th place. The Lakers are in 8th place, separated by 2 games. But let's talk LeBron and DMPs and possible MVP. Of course, last year played all 82 games. This year he has missed 8. He's going to miss at least 3 more. That puts it at 11. Here are the fewest games played by an NBA MVP. Walton, back in 77-78, played 58. Iverson, 71. Harden last year, 72. And Nash in 04-05 played 75. Just don't ask Shaq about that. So how many games, Smitty, can LeBron miss and still win MVP?
Bill Walton played only 58, right? So I'm looking at it. Bill Walton played 58. I think for LeBron, reasonably, I think he can't miss more than 15 games. But the numbers he's put up, if he can come back and he's only missed 15 games, and they can shoot up to around 3rd place in the West, and he put up tremendous numbers, he has a chance. But there's some other guys, no matter what, and all the other guys we talked about MVP. But I think 15 is the number for me, B. Wood.
Yeah, I think I'm right in there with you. Somewhere between 15, they might give him 20 just because he's LeBron, if he's doing something spectacular. Like if he were to get the Lakers, let's say, to the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed, something that we did not foresee at the beginning of the season, and he missed 20 games, I think he'd have a really strong shot at it. But I'm with you. I think that number's closer to 15. But more importantly, the Lakers have to win basketball. They can't be the 8th seed or the 7th seed. They have to be somewhere within the top 4 to even have a chance, because there's a lot of really deserving candidates when you start talking about Kawhi and Giannis and Harden. There's some big names, Paul George.
Jokic.
The Joker's in there. I don't think he really had a true shot to get it, but I think he's up there.
Oh, I'm with
Do you
B.
think
Wood.
he has a true shot to get it?
He's playing extremely well. And let's not say we're not saying he's not playing well, but I think when you just start to come down to being realistic, unless he can go on a tremendous run, I think he's played extremely well. They have to stay in first or second for him to get it. But when you start looking at those big names, it's going to be Harden, Giannis, Kawhi, all those guys. I don't think he has a shot.
When you say that Jokic probably can't get it, it's not disrespecting
No.
him. He is doing phenomenal things. 18 and 10, 7 assists, helping lead this team even though they've been through a lot of injuries. The thing is, there's a lot of other guys on really good teams that have these incredible numbers. When you talk about Giannis, Giannis is 27 and 13, and they're the best record in the NBA. And then you have what Kawhi Leonard is doing from a two-way standpoint and still getting you 26 points per game. And Toronto's playing well. So the Joker's in the mix somewhere, probably top 7 to 8.
7, 8, yeah.
But when you talk about actually winning the award, it's going to be hard, like unless he goes on a run, like Smitty said, because he's going to have to get his numbers into that category. MVP isn't just about wins. It's normally about the best combination of next-level stats combined with the wins, and that's how you get your MVP.
I totally agree with that outlook on MVP. And this